A cool way to add variety and melodicism to your lines is by using what you already know from different degrees of the chord that you're playing over. This is what is known as superimposition. As most bass players already know what a minor pentatonic scale is, this is a good place to start. Stay with me. What this concept creates is a combination of highlighting chord tones and tensions. For the great unwashed, chord tones are the lower structure of the chord, including the root, 3, 5, and the 7, while the chord tensions are the upper extensions of the chord, consisting of 9, 11, and 13. If you really want to take a deep dive into this subject, then you have to get my book, Chord Tone Mastery. With that said, if we take the same minor pentatonic scale pattern and just move that pattern to different starting notes over the chord that you're playing over, this will start to open up new worlds of melodicism and sound completely different. In the following etude, I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can take a minor pentatonic scale and superimpose it over a major 7th chord. Check out how cool this sounds, and then I'll be back for the breakdown. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you is the minor pentatonic pattern that I'm playing over a B minor pentatonic scale. This is the B minor pentatonic. I'm sure most of you already know that, so we've got something that we can start with. The scale pattern starts off with an ascending scale pattern from the flat 7 up to the 4. Then I go double skip down, then scale down, and then scale back up to the root. Then double skip down, then scale down, skip up, skip down, then scale down, skip up, and then scale down back to the root. So putting it all together. Okay, so what I want you to do is practice that line in every key. Then I'm going to come back and show you 3 ways that you can superimpose this minor pentatonic idea over a major 7 chord. So in the demonstration, I'm starting my line off by emphasizing the sound of the C major 7 chord by outlining the root, the 3, and the 7. This gets the sound of the chord into your ears before playing the minor pentatonic line that follows. By using that B minor pentatonic, it brings out the 7, the 9, the 3, the sharp 11, and the 13 of the C major 7 chord. This adds a particular density to the melodic structure of the line, making your ideas sound much more mature. So the second variation, I'm establishing the same sound of the chord in the first bar, and then I'm taking the minor pentatonic pattern that we played in the other line, but this time I'm using the E minor pentatonic. This brings out the 3, the 5, the 13, the 7, and the 9 of the C major 7 chord. In the third variation, we're doing the same thing again, but this time with the A minor pentatonic scale. This highlights the 13, the root, the 9, the 3, and the 5 of the C major 7 chord, creating a plethora of beautiful melodies for you to experiment with. Now, what I want you to remember is that with everything you learn, the goal is to train yourself to hear the concept that you're learning first and foremost. What does this actually mean? Well, what it means is that you need to practice something to the degree of memorizing the actual sound of what you're learning so that you can call on it later on in your playing. Superimposition brings out the upper structures of the chord, the 9, the 11, and the 13. So just like the chord tones, we need to be able to recognize their sound. Until next time, practice smart, work hard, and play creatively.